Vishnupadai, Krishna Vaisaya Namaste Sasini, Deva Vani Pasaya, Ken Visheshwani Vani Bhakshati Yajunayani, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shadvaya Vedana Sunayani, Dodam Kirana, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dear Sri Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your notice speech on the auspicious occasion of your Vyasa Buddha celebration. Yes, I offer my heartfelt gratitude and reverence. I am reminded of your extraordinary journey of devotion and sacrifice which continue to inspire my own spiritual journey in my advantage age. You see the Prabhupada embarked on divine mission that transcended all boundaries, ages and the junctures. In a time when most would consider retirement, you are carelessly set forth on your most would consider retirement. Your witnesses set for your voyage of the Western world to carry out the mission of your spiritual master. The divine grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Dhamma, your unwavering determination and enthusiasm to spread the timeless teaching of Lord Krishna consciousness in the hearts of countless souls across the world. Your journey abroad was not merely a physical one. It was a voyage of compassion, selflessness, and a divine love. In your advanced age, your transit ocean and continent, facing adversities with a smile and a tirelessly sown in the seeds of Bhakti Yoga in the hearts of those who had never before heard the magnificent names of Radha and Krishna. Your life exemplified the true spirit of selfless service and devotion, and become of a light for all ages. As I stand at the threshold of my own advanced years, your example continue to resonate deeply within me. Your boundless energy and dedication at an age when many would seek solace in solitude remind me that age is no barrier to spiritual studies. Your life story ignites the fire of enthusiasm within my heart, compelling me to step out of my comfort zone and engage in devotional studies with a renewed vigor. Your determination fueled my aspiration to dedicate my remaining years in the service of Guru and Govindas, chasing every opportunity between a generation and a culture on this sacred days of the Vyasa Puja is not a one-night process. I think Lord Krishna sending down from Guru Brahma to take part in Vijay's world to preach Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The Bhagavati Prabhu takes a lot of pains to prepare, and this is really an example for all of us. Thank you, Bhagavati Prabhu. Another thing that I take inspiration from him is that despite his advanced age of 95 going to 96, he still doesn't miss a single program over the weekend. He's here before us, and he very often leaves, he's one of the later ones to leave actually, and he's always ready to do service. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. We'd like to invite His Grace Sudarshan Prabhu to please make an offering also. Hare Krishna.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devan Gauravani Pracharani Jai Shri Prabhupada. On this most auspicious day of Vyasa Puja, we take reference from your instructions and we go. The connection of Guru and Shishya comes after much searching on the part of the disciple and much compassion on the part of God. Srila Prabhupada explained that the meeting of the disciple with his Guru, God himself makes the arrangements. He said, quote, so Guru is also incarnation of God, mercy incarnation of God. Guru means that God is within you. Chaitya Guru, the Guru or the spiritual master within your heart. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hridasti Arjuna Tishtati. So this Paramatma is also incarnation of God. And the same Paramatma, when he comes before you, being very much merciful upon you, to teach you from outside, that is Guru. Lecture, Srimad Bhagavatam, 1/3/26, October 1st, 1976. So on this Vyasa Puja day, we worship Srila Prabhupada as the manifested compassion of the Supreme Lord. And we give thanks for the day he appeared in this world, as well as the blessed day we met him and heard his words for the first time. And what are those words? The spiritual master teaches us everything we need to know about the Lord who dwells within us, that one Supreme Lord who is unseen by our eyes, as the external manifestation of Paramatma. The Guru teaches the Vedas, the sound manifestation of God. He teaches the Vedas, the Vedantas, the Puranas, and he does it as a messenger of the Lord's incarnation. Srila Krishna Vaipaya Vyasa. Only by learning, understanding, and giving the teachings of the Vedas is a person the spiritual master. And only being voiced through the spiritual master can the Vedas become fully manifested and understood in this world. The result of this combination, successful combination between God, the Vedas, the Guru, and the disciple, is that the cleansing of the heart takes place. The heart knot of material attraction is loosened. Lifetimes of karma phala are dissolved, and the happiness of loving service to the Supreme Lord is established. The spiritual master is Guru because he is steady with knowledge and unmovable by any other lighter arguments. He is the Acharya because he moves and leads completely in accordance with the Vedas and teaches the deeper meaning of the scriptures to others. Such a spiritual master is a very rare personality and is someone whose very life contributes the best of all fortunes to all those who seek his company. His presence in our life is so valuable that he gives us the greatest possible life, a life lived as in a preparation for returning to our eternal home. Through the gifts of knowledge, guidance, encouragement, and correction, the spiritual master takes us personally over the darkest valley of repeated birth and death, and sets us up in the highest and most glorious place. So Sri Prabhupada has nipped over the world of repeated birth and death, and we tiny souls have somehow or other have been transported with him. On this Vyasapur today, we try to understand our incalculable good fortune of being connected with such an Acharya as Srila Prabhupada. He not only carried the message of Srila Vyasadeva, but showed us how to live it. He continues to personally lead us from this world of darkness to the world of eternal life. We give thanks for his boundless compassion and never-ending efforts to save us. And we think that through him we have come to understand the meaning of the term, his divine grace. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Prabhupada Vyasa Puja Mahotsav ki Jai.
Well, I'd like to invite Govindas, who is the president of All India Religious Society for a 2-year term, and Prabhu will make the offering on behalf of all of us.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna Mahaji. First of all, I'm very humbled to be given this opportunity from Maharaj and all the senior Vaishnavas to bring this offering. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. Jai Shri Prabhupada, Namo Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prasarane, Vishesha Shunyavadi Bhakti Sakarino. On behalf of all the devotees in Singapore, please accept our humble obeisances at the task of your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace on these auspicious occasions of your Puja. In Singapore, Srila Prabhupada, we have a unique congregation with no full-time devotees or pujaris. We have around 15 different Guru Maharaj's disciples coming together to perform loving devotional service from Mangala Arati to Saima Arati daily. They are so, they always cooperate and work with each other lovingly without any conflicts. This is only possible, and the only reason it's possible is because of the practical application of your teachings from Srimad Bhagavatam. In this verse, 119:12, Bhishma Dev, he actually speaks to the Pandavas, especially to Krishna Maharaj. He says, "Oh, what terrible sufferings and what terrible injustice your good souls suffer for being the sons of religion personified. You did not deserve to remain alive under those tribulations. Yet you were protected by the Brahmanas, God, and religion." In the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that Bhishma Dev wanted to point out particularly to the Pandavas that they were always protected by the Brahmanas, the Lord, and religious principles. And as long as they were protected by these three important items, there were no cause for disappointment. Thus, Bhishma Dev encouraged Maharaj Yudhishthira to dissipate his despondency. Prabhupada ends with a very practical application sentence. He says that as long as a person is fully in cooperation with the wishes of the Lord, guided by the bona fide Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and strictly following religious principles, one has no cause for despondency, however trying the circumstances of life. Let us remember this purport today through this easy acronym called CBS. You can call it Central Bus Station, you can call it Cellular Base Station, it's up to you technically. But let's remember this, C is for cooperation with the wishes of the Lord, B is guided by the bona fide Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and S, strictly following religious principles. So CBS. And the result or the outcome is that no cause for despondency, however trying the circumstances of life. This is a chain, and as long as we stick to this chain, there is no suffering. Srila Prabhupada, please allow us to cultivate unequivocal obedience to your teachings, instructions, and please bless us with genuine humility to serve devotees continuously, or to anyone who wants to serve your mission. As you have mentioned many times, that your love for me will be shown by how you cooperate with one another. We, your followers, request your special mercy on this special day of your appearance. Please bless us so that we can go beyond the mixed devotional platform and come to the point of not desiring any material or spiritual prosperity. Bless us so that we simply aspire to serve the Lord. If we can attain this, we will be in the highest happiness. We can never repay you, Srila Prabhupada, for granting us an opportunity to serve the Lord and His devotees. We humbly pray to the Lord that we stay forever under the shelter at your lotus feet and always remain engaged in the sublime service of Krishna and His devotees. Your servants at the Govindas Center, Singapore. Thank you very much.
I invite Balakrishna Prabhu, who is our chief pujari, to make an offering to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Samantari. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tirani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini. Nirvisesha Shunmari Paschanti Vasutarini. Srila Prabhupada, amongst the various different services that you have incorporated in our devotional life, one of the most important aspects is deity worship. And we would like to thank you for introducing that particular aspect of devotional service in our lives, because of which many devotees all around the world, not just in Singapore, have the opportunity to engage themselves in the service of the Lord. And in Singapore, we've been serving their Lord Shri Shri Devnath Baladev Suttama since 2010, and we have come a long way in serving their Lordships. And going forward, we would like to encourage two things, what we want to achieve through deity worship. Number one is what you said is to facilitate the principle of always remembering Krishna and never forgetting Him. That's the main principle that we want to base our deity worship principles on. And number two is to encourage loving relationships between different devotees. And just as Devaswal Prabhu just alluded to, this is one area that sees the convergence of multiple devotees coming to the center and participating in various services together. And as you can imagine, those services sometimes do result in frictions with the devotees and all that. But we want to encourage loving relationships between different devotees. Just because someone is senior or junior doesn't mean that we can offshore them and speak to others in any way like we do. But we want to encourage all the devotees in a loving manner, so that everyone feels empowered and encouraged to participate more in these services. And Srila Prabhupada, as I said, we've come a long way in improving our deity worship standards. And cleanliness is one area that we have worked hard on. And we're really happy to report that when ISKCON Deity Worship Minister Space Narsimha Prabhu came for Navratri this year, he reported to Prabhu that he could see a visible change in the cleanliness standards. So we are very happy to make that progress. But we do have a very, very long way to go. And we have identified 10 different areas where we want to improve our services to the Prabhupada. And on this day, we want to inform you and all the devotees also, so that everyone is aware as to where we want to reach in terms of deity worship standards in the center. Most of these sound utopian at this point in time, and I mentioned some of these points in one of the training sessions also. And I mentioned that though these things sound unachievable at this point in time, if we strongly desire, and there's nothing quite impossible in Krishna's world. If we have a sincere desire, Krishna will facilitate these things actually. Will help us achieve these things. Number one is to engage Brahmanas in deity seva. Right now we have a mix of all kinds of devotees engaged in this service. So at some point in time we want to reach a stage where mostly or only Brahmanas are engaged in the service. That doesn't mean that we will not encourage others to participate in deity worship. We will have certain specific areas where we want to engage them in. But primarily all the main services should be conducted by Brahmanas. And number two is their lordships must be offered three cooked meals a day. That's the standard followed in all the temples. So we want to reach that stage someday. Number three, all cooking must be done in the center and not at individual homes. Right now, for example, Rajbhog service is mostly done by mantris at their respective homes and they bring the bhoga here. And we want to reach a stage where we can cook the bhoga in the center itself. Number four, we want to make the garlands for the deities ourselves instead of buying them. We do have devotees come together offering the garlands twice a week at this point in time, and we want to reach a stage where we want to do this service on a daily basis actually. Number five, we want to change the deity dressing every day. Right now we change the deity dresses only once a week, but we want to reach a stage where we can change the dresses every day. And we're coming up with a plan where we want to engage more Prabhus in this service and simplify certain aspects of the dressing so that the dress can be changed on a daily basis. And we don't have to do it on a more ornamental way as we do on the weekends, but in a simpler way we can do it on the weekdays also. Right? That's one of the things. Number six, also change Srila Prabhupada's dressing also. We want to change your own dressing, Srila Prabhupada, we want to change every day. And that's the other thing we want to do. And we also want to offer bhoga to you. I believe in temples and other temples, the devotees do offer bhoga to you separately. So we want to do that also. And number 8 is something we already achieved. Nasim Krishna commented that we should not be moving deities out of the center whenever there are festivals. So we already started that since yesterday literally. Yesterday was a major festival and we did not take out Shishi Jagannath or this was mine. And in case if you wondered why we did not do that, that's because we received feedback from the ministry that we should not be moving deities like that. So that's the other thing. Number 9, we want to establish a team of devotees who can oversee how the arti services and other services are being performed. It's impossible for one person to see what's happening across all the services. But if we have a team of devotees who are coming throughout the week, for example, once a week or twice a week, they can actually see what's going on and they can, where possible, if required, they can correct the devotees, either in mistakes or anything like that. Right? And finally, we want to increase the number of devotees engaged in deity worship. Right now, we do have many initiated devotees in this congregation, but not all of them are engaged in deity worship seva. So we want to encourage more and more devotees to take up this seva and improve in their own devotional service. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank all the devotees who are coming in to the center week in, week out to perform various services actually. Without your cooperation and without your service attitude, it would not be possible to maintain a center like this. It's not possible to serve their lordships without your cooperation. So we want to thank you actually first for all the services that you are rendering. And Srila Prabhupada, we hope to, with each passing year, we hope to increase and improve our deity worship services in the center. And we seek your blessing from this day, Srila Prabhupada, to achieve that. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
On behalf of the girls, if you recall, any of them were involved in yesterday's wonderful drama, we have Aradhika.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtita Deshapani. Dearest Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories unto your divine grace. Wishing your divine grace a very happy Krishna conscious appearance day. It has been 46 years since your departure from this material world. However, the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was spreading the glories of the holy name that you upheld through the Krishna conscious movement is continuing to spread in every town and village. This is due to your purity, Srila Prabhupada. You provided us with a simple yet sublime process that didn't adulterate the words of the Vedas and yet perfectly guides us in every situation, even in the present day, and will continue to do so in the future. The only instructions you have given us is to simply chant Krishna's names, read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam regularly that you have so tirelessly translated. However, due to our laziness, we fail to do even one good devotion. When I introspected about this, I realized that the root of the problem is lack of faith. Although we are in this path and are following it, unknowingly we may become mechanical in our service. We lack unflinching faith due to all the material layers that we have on us, and with all the faults that we have, we still expect reciprocation from the Lord. This Shraddha or unflinching faith can only increase with devotee association, which is the third thing you emphasized on. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Gita 22.83, it is said, the root cause of devotional service to Lord Krishna is association with advanced devotees. Even when one's dominant love for Krishna awakens, association with devotees is still most essential. Srila Prabhupada, you have sometimes mocked the scientists saying they know everything except who they are. As the youth of the movement, we have the responsibility to carry on your instructions in the unadulterated way you wanted it to be given. This can only be possible if we use our energy and youth in your and Krishna's service. Therefore, it is essential for us to give each other good association, and more importantly, take the association of our bona fide spiritual masters and other authorities in the movement who can increase our faith. My Shiksha and Diksha Gurus have been exemplary in following your instructions as it is, and being torch bearers of ISKCON, they inspire people and walk the talk by making Krishna consciousness their way of life. There are so many ways we can get misled in this day and age because Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita was not introduced to us as it is until you tirelessly provided us with the translations and purports that we rely on today when you are not present physically in this world. And because you have presented it to us in this pure manner, it has changed so many of our lives in an unimaginable way. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, I am grateful to you every day for being Krishna's ambassador and merciful founder Acharya and bringing sanity and comfort to us in this world full of miseries. I pray unto your lotus feet that I am able to serve my spiritual master, Krishna, and you, Srila Prabhupada, with unwavering faith every day for the rest of my life and after that too. I have faith that you will always be with us through your instructions. Your humble servant, Radha Govindas.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki
Jai.
So that was Aradhika on behalf of the Vajalis. Now on behalf of the Madhavas, the little boys, we have Ayush Prabhu.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanande Namaste Saraswati Devi Yogavani Pracharya Nirvishesha Shunyavasha Pashataya Shikara. Dearest Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. Srila Prabhupada, you have always been very merciful on all of us, but you have been especially merciful to us, the youth. Prabhupada, we as young people could have been wasting our days away in a country like Singapore, but by your divine grace, we have been engaged in the service of their Lordships, Sri Sri Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra. Prabhupada, I would like to thank you on behalf of all the Madhavas boys for allowing us to be part of your family and being able to hear and chant the holy names of the Lord. Prabhupada, this year, by your mercy, has been very special for the Madhavas. Our group has expanded this year, welcoming new devotees to our families. We have also started doing kitchen cleaning seva once every few weeks. Our regular Bhagavad Gita classes have also been extended to reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, and we have completed our reading on Parikshit Maharaj. We have also been engaged on various services during festivals, you always emphasized on serving Krishna with our mind, with our body, mind, and words, and this has been our humble endeavor to do so. On a personal level, I've always felt your divine presence through your books that have inspired me so much and helped me in all other aspects of my life, especially my academics and studies. I always feel so grateful to you when I hear about how much pain you took just to write these books, and I'll always keep them close to my heart. Srila Prabhupada, on this special occasion, we beg your mercy to give us inspiration, intelligence, determination, and strength to accept only those things that pleases you and reject all others that displeases you. Your humble servant, Ayush.
Jai.
And now, for our last, we have from Govindas, Madhavi.
Could you move the camera, bro? Move the camera. Who's speaking?
You.
Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas. Please accept my humble obeisances to your lotus feet and to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. Today, with great honor, we commemorate A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada's Holy Appearance Day. Prabhupada is the founder of International Society of Krishna Consciousness, also known as ISKCON. We have been taught in Gopal's garden that without a guru like Prabhupada, we would be conditioned souls in this world. But Prabhupada put his hand in this trash can like material world and pulled jivas like us out. Even if we offer our life a million times in million different lifetimes, we cannot repay the debt we owe him. The least we can do is by hearing and reading the books he wrote in the middle of the night for all of us. Srila Prabhupada in his late 70s, after suffering at least 2 heart attacks, used to stay up in the middle of the night dictating Srimad Bhagavatam while the rest of the world was trying to overcome the repeated birth and death cycle. Without Srila Prabhupada, where would we all be? All the teachings that our Guru Maharaj gives us, would we have heard them if Prabhupada hadn't travelled across the world? Now I'm going to share the specific learnings we have learned in Gopal's garden based on the teachings of Prabhupada. We have been told about the Chaturshloki Gita. Aham sarvasva prabhaho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajanti mam buddha bhava samanvita. We have been taught that we do not need to be confused about who the Lord is. Krishna himself presents that to his devotee. Machitta madagata pranat bodhayanta parasparam kathayanta shramam nityam tushyanti charananti cha. We have been put in practice to focus our minds and set and actions on Krishna. Tesham sadata yuktanam pradutam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te. We have also been assured in this age of uncertainty that Krishna definitely takes care of those who surrender unto him. Tesham evanukam partham aham ajnana jantama nashamyatma bhavasto jnana deepena marshatam. We need to keep our focus aligned to the lotus feet of Krishna no matter what. Not only this, we have memorized Shishtastakam and the teaching of it applies everywhere, in school with friends, family members, and in devotional life as well. And for the pleasure of you, Srila Prabhupada, I would like to recite only the first shloka. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahanta nirvapanam Shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam sarvatmasna param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. What more? We have been told to remember Narsimha by a beautiful verse. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Namamyaham. To be never afraid of any circumstances and remember and take shelter of the lotus feet and feel Krishna with us all the time. Further, coming back to the learnings from Bhagavad Gita chapter 12 and 15, we have also been taught that how focused and aligned we should be with all our endeavors of life for the pleasure of the Lordship. Due to Srila Prabhupada's arrangement, we do enjoy every week as the celebration, having meaningful time with our friends and relish many enjoyable activities. We have birthday cakes throughout the year, cookies, delicious food, and all the time we come here in Gopal's garden, all because of you, dear Srila Prabhupada. I just want to let you know that we really love all these things very, very much. We learn Vaishnava etiquette. We learn how to choose our association carefully. We learn art and craft, playing instruments, singing Lordship's glory, taking part in cultural activities like drama and dance also. Moreover, we get to know the worth of this human life overall. We owe you a lot, Srila Prabhupada, and on this most auspicious occasion of your appearance day, we express our heartfelt gratitude to be in your loyal teachings. In the presence of all the devotees here, I pray at your lotus feet to remain committed to your teachings and be able to dedicate my life for your supreme pleasure. Wishing you a very happy Krishna conscious appearance day once again, dear Srila Prabhupada.
That was a wonderful way, and our time that we have. Time is of the essence, so this is about as much as we have. We wanted to get representations of devotees who are coming regularly, who are practicing, who are actually giving their lives to Srila Prabhupada, who are making a difference in the center. And these are the cross sections of the devotees who represent those devotees who are doing that. Coming for Srila Prabhupada's Vyas Puja is one thing, but dedicating your time week in, week out for him by taking up services, by following his principles, his instructions, that is what really pleases Srila Prabhupada. And so we thank everyone who made the offerings today on behalf of everyone, and we thank all the devotees for coming together. Now what we will do is, we've come to the part of the program where we will chant one bhajan for Srila Prabhupada. Offerings are getting ready to be offered, and then we will be ready to do Pushpanjali. We'll invite His Holiness Kavichandra Maharaj to lead us in Pushpanjali.